So much, Shubhangi. Well, uh, well, my name is Varun Thavan, and I represent Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. So I'm looking after Pan India and South Asia in terms of recruitment of the students to my university. And yes, so I mean, right now in India, it's one of the popular university I'm working for, and there are many benefits for the students, which we will discuss in our video today. So yes, over to you.
So, Varun, according to the patterns that you have seen, most of the students are finding it as a challenge. अगर मैं UG की बात करूँ तो UG में generally students को ये एक बहुत बड़ा challenge होता है कि if they are not having mathematics, which in India is a different education system following, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे अगर आप कॉमर्स के स्टूडेंट हैं, it is not mandatory for you to keep mathematics as a choice subjects, right? However, अगर हम Canadian education system की बात करते हैं, तो what I have observed as a counselor for so many years that mathematics has been an integral part. So वहां पे क्या होता है कि either the student has to change their entire plan for the education in Canada, या फिर उनको लगता है कि अब हमारे पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, सो द बेटर इज कि हम 3 साल का अपना ग्रेड यहाँ कंप्लीट करते हैं एंड देन अप्लाई फॉर द कैनेडियन एजुकेशन. So how this university is allowing help to the student, how much it is correct, and how the student should deal with it?
Thank you for the question. And one of the amazing and one of the most common questions that I always come across with the students. So yes, with Yorkville University, as I mentioned that, basically, our punchline at Yorkville is that it's your university, your path. So by saying this, we mean that we are so flexible for the international students, and especially for all those students who are from India, because we have actually, we have studied this market, especially India and North India, that what exactly the need of the student is. So coming back to your question, my answer is that mathematics is mandatory for any business program in Canada, whether it's university or college. So what we are saying that if you don't have mathematics in your grade 12th, that's not a problem with Yorkville, because what Yorkville says that if you don't have in grade 12th, we will give you one additional subject to study for just one term, that is 3 months. Initial 3 months, and that will be not a very high level calculus, but will be a normal mathematics, which will be added to your curriculum and without any cost to it. So that's how we give waiver on this particular subject when we talk about business program, and Yorkville is a business school. So that's how we do.
So I think being a business school, I think this is very good for the students. Reason being that Canada has always been a country wherein the business programs have really been very popular. So STEMs to agar aap dekhenge, it is popular everywhere. So you choose any country. But agar main business ya management programs ki baat karu, so I don't think that the other countries have that promises in terms of employment and as for the education structure, which Canada has. So that is, I think, is going to be a very good and a very bullet point that student, if they are not having mathematics, they still can apply. It's just that they have to complete one, session program of 3 months once they join. Now, second very common question. पोस्ट ग्रेड प्रोग्राम्स जो होते हैं जनरली उनके लिए तो ये देखा गया है कि जो एक फाइनेंशियल्स होते हैं आपके, दे आर वेरी आई वुड से वेरी कन्वीनियंट टू द इंडियन पॉकेट. दे आर वेरी पॉकेट फ्रेंडली. और जनरली जब स्टूडेंट्स अप्लाई करते हैं फॉर देयर बैचलर्स प्रोग्राम, सो बैचलर्स एनीवेयर इन कैनेडा और एनीवेयर आउटसाइड इंडिया, इट इज 4 years program that brings to a 16 year of complete education. So वहां पे मुझे लगता है कि जनरली जो क्वेरी हमारे पास भी आती है that it becomes out of pocket, right? So how Yorkville will have something which will fit into that bracket?
Amazing question. Amazing questions. So I have a very beautiful answer for this. Well, to all my students, Yorkville is actually one of the most affordable university.
Okay.
You mentioned, you're absolutely right that when we talk about bachelors, when we talk about 4 years of bachelor student, the first thing that comes in student parents' mind that, how exactly we will budget, how exactly we will, come up with the tuition fees for 4 years. So guys, as I told you, Yorkville is very flexible, and The plus point with Yorkville is that, understanding the market, the Indian market, the understanding the value of the student, especially who has just passed out 12th, and after that he's going for bachelor's. So our first year fees in our program, which is very, very much in demand in Indian market, that is BBA, our first year fees is 15,000 CAD.
Oh,
which is, if you convert that in INR, which is below 10 lakh rupees, that is
below
like
10 lakh
1,20,000.
980 something, yeah.
Yeah. So, we have certain scholarships which we have adjusted in a way that, with Yorkville, you're getting that scholarship upfrontly in the very first year. Because I've seen a lot of universities and colleges where there are scholarships, but they offer those scholarships after the second semester.
Exactly.
And you end up paying the first year fees, which is mentioned on the website. So with Yorkville, this scenario is that we offer you bursary that is given to every student. Because of the pandemic situation that happened in the past 2 years, we're giving it to every student. And I personally believe that when I talk about locations like Toronto and Vancouver, there are hardly any colleges or university who offer scholarships like we do.
Very true.
Yeah. So I mean, if you talk about fee structure, it is really, really normal when I talk about bachelor's, and that to a 4-year. In fact, maybe if you will allow me, maybe in the middle or the end, I can actually tell you how exactly a student can recover.
Certainly, we will love to. We'll love to know that, because by the end of the time, this is going to benefit the students, which actually needs to know all these things. So मुझे जो आपकी इस बात से ये मुझे लग रहा है कि first is that the university is very financial friendly for the Indian pocket. So जहाँ पे ये question आता है that we cannot afford the bachelor's program, let's shift our plan from bachelor's to masters या post grad, वो थोड़ा सा एक student के लिए convenient होगा.
I'm taking care of Pan India, so I interact with a lot of students. In fact, today, if I talk about, I interacted with maybe more than 100 plus students today itself. Yeah. So the major point that I come across from the student is there are two big things that student has in his mind. One is fee structure, obviously, which we discussed. Second is that when we talk about bachelor, it is 4 years. So who will study 4 years? That's another point. So I have a very, we are so flexible, and I would like to tell you that how exactly you can finish your bachelor's. Maybe if you want in 2.5 years, that's the fast track options that we have, like accelerated degrees. Plus, my personal recommendation is that if in case you can, because it's a 4-year bachelor, so if in case you can finish that bachelor in 4 years only rather than 2.5 or 3 years, that will be more beneficial. Let me tell you how. So basically, in our 4-year bachelor BBA, we have 10 terms to study. Like we have semesters, so we have 10 terms. And one term, if I talk about, is for 3 months.
Okay.
So if one term is for 3 months, how many maximum term a student can go for in 1 year? That will be 4.
4.
So if I'm a student, and if I decide, there are 2 types of student. I'm the first one who want to finish his education as soon as possible the moment he enters the Canada. So I'm that student. I decide to complete all my 4 terms in 1 year, right? So the degree is for 10 terms. Now, after completing my 4 terms, I'm in my 2nd year. And again, I decide to complete all my 4 terms back to back. So technically, I completed my 8 terms in just 2 years out of those 10.
Yes.
And I'm left with 2 terms. Now I'm in my 3rd year, and I am done with my 2 terms, that is 6 months, and I complete my degree there.
Oh.
Now the win-win situation of that student is that, he completed his degree in just 2.5 years. The moment he completed, we will allot him the degree right then and there, so that he can apply his work permit and work full-time as well. Plus, while doing his bachelor degree at Yorkville BBA, we have that kind of flexibility that if student wants, we have flexible class schedule, which allows him to come for just 2 to 3 days in a week.
Okay.
So that means it's not that I'm saying you complete in 2.5 years, then you need to come 6 days a week. No, what we want, you complete in 2.5 years, no problems. Come to 2 to 3 days, 4 to 5 days, you're totally free. Because we understand that for an international student, along with his education, those free days are very, very important because he need to take care of his household expenses and a lot of other things. Assignments are there. Plus, if in case he want to work for 3 or 4 days, like part-time work, 20 hours a week, he can certainly do that.
And I think to make a point here, one good thing is, which I just clicked here, is that the campus location is in the heart of the cities, right?
Absolutely.
So even if you are working, if you are studying for just 2 to 3 days, you are engaged to your university or colleges, you have good amount of time and ample opportunities to lock yourself into the various employabilities, so which can in turn eventually will help you financially.
Not
So
even
that,
this. We have recently, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you in between.
no, please go
But
ahead.
we have recently, come up with a program which for the international student, wherein we say that, we actually post a lot of part-time jobs
Okay.
on a link that we have produced for all the students, wherein they can just go on that link and they will have all the information of part-time jobs available in the
I think,
surrounding.
Varun, you need to highlight this again. Because this is something which most of the students are bombarding their counselors that ma'am chale to jayenge. Visa to ho gaya. Ab part time ka kya? How we will be able to get the jobs there? Because
Absolutely.
parents ko bhi ek thoda sa concern hota hai, reason being that they are very younger. And if you talk about the Indian parenting culture, that is not making the children that dependent as it is there in the Western culture.
True,
So
true.
मुझे लगता है ये point तो आपको highlight दोबारा करना चाहिए.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even I will highlight this point, and I will also share after this session, I will share with you on WhatsApp the link to our LinkedIn profile where it is clearly mentioned, and you can just go on that link and see. So guys, Yorkville, in terms of helping all the international students, we have recently introduced a program wherein all the part-time jobs are there the moment you go on that link in the surroundings of 5 to 10 kilometers with the name of the company, the vacancy, the job description, so that you can personally go and meet them or maybe call them that if it is vacant, we are here to do that job. Because nowadays I personally believe, because before Yorkville also I was working with a lot of schools there in Canada, especially in Toronto. So I personally think that, there are a lot of schools, colleges, university who do help you with the full-time job like co-op or internship. But there are very less schools who help you with the part-time job.
Part-time job, very true. Very true.
So that's how we have, that's how we actually try our level best to help the international student. And coming back to my point, I told you the first kind of student that can complete in 2.5 years. Now the second kind of student, that's again me, who wants to complete that degree in 4 years. Now, why 4 years? Why not 2.5 years? Okay. So I started my degree the moment I am there, and my first year fee is good for 3 terms. Okay. Right? In 1 year, there are 4 terms. My first year fees is good for 3 terms because last term, we assume that student will take a break. Okay. And now why break is important? We all know break is important because in break, we get to work. We are allowed by the government to do 40 hours a week. That is like making more money when we are on break. So just imagine 3 terms of studies and 1 term of break. The win-win situation is that even in 3 terms of studies, you are just going for 3 days or maybe 2 days, whatever suits you, and 4 to 5 days you're free, you're doing the part-time job. When you are on break, you're doing your full-time job. So on the same time, you're recovering that amount as well for the next term. Because Yorkville says that after 1 year, second year starting, if you want, you can also pay 1 term fees. It is not necessary that, it is not necessary that you need to pay 6 months, 1 year. No, you want to study 1 term, pay 1 term. Next term, if you want to study, pay that amount in the end of the first term. So for example, now my 1 year completed with 3 terms and 1 break. Now I'm in my second year. Second year, I decide to complete my 2 terms. 6 months. And 2 terms I want to be on break. 6 months.
You can earn more.
Absolutely. So that means in 2 years, we completed 5 terms, 3 first and 2 terms in the second year. We are left with 5 terms and 2 years of bachelor. Now, third year, again, I will take the same cycle like first year, 3 terms of study, 1 term break.
Okay.
That means in 3 years, I completed 8 terms. I'm left with 2 terms, again, 1 year of bachelor. So again, in the last year, 2 terms of study, 2 terms of break. So just imagine if I completed, my bachelor in 4 years with technically lot of breaks, flexibility. I recovered my fees, and just not the fees. I think,
I want for myself as well.
Absolutely. So that is what, Yorkville believes in, that you can complete your degree the way you want in 4 years.
Exactly.
So that's totally on you.
One more question. I'm so sorry for the interruptions, but I am having a list of the questions which we keep on getting from the students, that how it is different. Let's suppose if a 12th pass out, right? Now we get both the kind of a student. One side, again, the one type of student is who's interested in order to save money. I would choose a college for the college diploma program. Now, again, if you go for the college diploma program, the time duration is minimum a day or 2, in a year or 2, right? Now, again, how much it is beneficial for the students at the time of taking the PRs, that let's suppose if they are a pass out of the university rather than a college. Because I believe that universities would anyways have an upper hand.
Absolutely.
So is it so, and how it is?
So basically, to answer this question, first of all, although I am not allowed to say anything about PR because I'm not IRCC lawyer, but yes, the maximum that I know is, yes, you're absolutely right that university always have upper hand over diploma. I mean, so let's take an example in India. I mean, if there are 2 people, one has done diploma after 12th and one has done a bachelor of 3 years BBA, and they're going for a job, definitely a BBA bachelor will have upper hand. Nowadays, if you want to go for a good job and you are one MBA, you've done your MBA, you definitely get a high rise in your salary as well because you are a master graduate, right? So likewise in Canada, again, it's same. And the best part with Canada is that because I know that when you think of Canada as an education destination, the most important point that comes in your mind is after my education, I want to get settled. I want to get my PR, right? That's like, I believe in India, that's like more than 90% of student wants that. So I know the source is education, of course, because of education, you're getting a lot of things there. But yes, at the same time, bachelor is 120 credits. Our BBA at Yorkville is 120 credit, which gives you additional 30 PR points, 30. When we talk about a UG undergrad diploma or 2 years, that is 60 credit, gives you 15 additional PR points. So when you're getting double PR points, that's actually something amazing that you have done. And at the end, another difference is that if you've done with your bachelor's, you can, because our bachelor's is worldwide recognized. I mean, if you want to go for a higher study like master's, again, after bachelor's, you can only do a master's in Canada or maybe any country like US, Australia, UK.
Exactly, because 16 years of education is a must by almost all the education destinations which are popular among the students.
Absolutely. So these are the major difference that maybe a diploma and a degree. But nowadays, honestly speaking, I met a lot of students who really want to go for a degree program because they actually understand the value of a degree.
Value of degree.
Yeah.
So Varun, which all programs the university has to offer?
Okay. We have one of the amazing program that is BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. And under this, we have 5 different types of bachelor degree, or you can say specializations. Like, for example, which are very, very much in demand in Canada, in fact, worldwide, that is BBA Project Management, Then we have, which is in both campuses, Toronto
And I
and
believe, if I'm not wrong, correct me if I am, that there are hardly any colleges which are offering the undergrad program with project management.
Absolutely, it's really, really uncommon. In fact, all our specialization in bachelors are really uncommon.
Yeah.
Second specialization we have is energy management, one of
Okay.
the most unique and most uncommon program
Creative
across Canada, and which is there in Vancouver campus. And this degree is professionally accredited by Fortis, British Columbia, which, if you will Google it, that is one of the largest producers in case of producing electricity and gas.
Wow.
So, you know, yeah, and student, the moment he complete this specialization in energy management under BBA, he is likely to get a job at Fortis, British Columbia, which is a government entity. So getting a government job in Canada is a huge thing, right?
And I'm sure that most of the students are not aware about this fact.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is why we, you know, in my seminars, I personally believe in telling the professional designations. So yeah, and the third we have is supply chain management, which is again one of the uncommon in bachelors, and which is again accredited by Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals. Then yeah, the fourth one we have is BBA Accounting, which is again accredited and certified by CPAs. Like we have CAs here in India, we have association which is called Canadian Payrolls Association. And generally, those who have interest in finance or want to be a CPA there in Canada, this is the best degree that we can offer. Because right after that, you know, if somebody wants to be a CPA, they need to go with an examination which has 24 subjects to study. But because you have done accounting BBA from Yorkville, which has the accreditation of CPA, out of those 24 subjects, 12 subjects are waived off.
Okay.
So that's the benefit that student gets in terms of.
मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत ही significant point है, because जितने भी CA aspirants होते हैं इंडिया के, now if you'll just have a general check, so let's suppose there are 100 aspirants, there are very few which are able to clear that and which would want to retain here and work here, right? Most of the students, even after doing CA, they have that choice to move out, right? So वहाँ पे उनका जो एक CA का accreditation होता है, that is not acceptable, that is not receivable. So मुझे लगता है कि this program would suit them best.
Absolutely.
If
Absolutely.
they would be needed, right? So इसमें age group भी होता है वरुण कोई? I'm so sorry for the interruption.
Well, it's a bachelor degree, so I think the rules which are same for everyone, like below 28 years old, good for bachelors, and below 35 is good for master level. So yeah, that is there. And I was actually about to say that last but not the least, under BBA, we have basic general BBA as well, without any specialization like we have in India. So which is again there in Vancouver.
Okay. और BBA मुझे लगता है कि Indian universities जितने भी provide करते हैं, they again need the MBA to be completed in order to get a proper job or a handsome salary job. But this is unlike in Canada, because they are anyways able to get a good full-time employment after the completion of their bachelor's only.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is great. Great. So you were supposed to share something with us.
Before that, I would like to tell you that all our 5 degrees have same scholarship, which is given to the student, which is $10,000. So $10,000 is the amount that you get. After that scholarship, the first year fees remains the same for all the 5 degrees, which is 15,000 CAD.
Okay.
And
Varun, we have lost you due to network glitch.
Okay, am I
repeat it again? Now you are audible.
Okay, so I was just telling you that you know, after that scholarship of $10,000 on the whole program, your first year fees for all the 5 degrees that I've told you is 15,000 CAD from India, right? And plus we have a very good unique program after BBA. We have Bachelor of Interior Design, which is good. Yeah, which is good for all the, you know, students who have interest in architectural, civil and construction, or maybe have done diplomas in AutoCAD or maybe civil. Because we at Yorkville also accept 10 plus 3 years of diploma, if not 12. So there are a lot of students who, do go for civil diplomas of 3 years after 10th. And for them, this is, one unique program which can actually enhance their, knowledge.
Okay, so I have a question here with this information. Let's suppose a student who has, as per Indian education as of now we are talking about. So let's suppose a student has completed the 10th, right? After that, he got enrolled for the diploma program, which is a very common intake in India for the engineering, right? So after completing that diploma, he'll be eligible to apply for the interior program if he has done his diploma from civil engineering or mechanical.
Yes, absolutely. Mechanical, I have different program that will be project management.
Okay.
I have seen diplomas in electronic. For that, we have energy management. And civil, of course, Bachelor of Interior Design.
Interior designing. And what is the language proficiency requirement that the university has?
So we accept IELTS, we accept PT, TOEFL. We accept IELTS, which is overall 6 with one section 5.5. But my recommendation, because from last 8 to 9 months, I'm just promoting 6 each. Overall, 6.
For the SDS category.
Yes, absolutely. For the SDS. And if I talk about PT, we accept anything over and above 50, but my recommendation is 60.
The recent TOEFL, acceptance by IRCC for this DS.
Yeah, after 10th of August, yes. And for TOEFL, we accept anything over and above 70.
Okay, is there any acceptance for the Duolingo and CELPIP?
No. CELPIP, probably right now it's not there, but Duolingo is not there. We might work with something else like CELPIP, but right now it's like just 3 of them, like IELTS, PT, and TOEFL.
So these are the only eligibility criteria that you have?
Yes. We accept percentage in 12, which should be over 50%. And the best part with Yorkville is that I've seen with a lot of students, if they have 65-70% overall, and in one core subject, they are like below 50, 48, 45. Lot of colleges, they do not accept because they want 5 core subjects should be 50 and above. But with Yorkville, we do accept you because we check overall percentage.
Okay, so you don't check the best of 5 or what, you just look for the overall scorecard of a candidate.
Yes.
So any tip you would like to give to the Indian students specifically if they are preparing for their undergrad overseas education?
Well, guys, honestly speaking, I have, as I told you, I've been working with a lot of colleges there in Canada. Honestly, I do not have a comparison with Yorkville, neither with any of the university, neither with any of the college. Why? Because Yorkville has its own flexibility, and trust me, if you will, check all the 5 to 6 bullet points that I've told you. First, it's giving you the best location. That is Toronto, Vancouver, wherein jobs are good. And then we are helping you in terms of getting the job. Second, we do not have any application fees right now. So you save another $100 to $150 on that application fees. And as a university, we give you offer letter in maximum 2 days. Okay. Minimum can be 10 minutes. The moment we get the application from you, right? Then we have the bachelor's, 4 years, 3 years, 2.5 years. That's your choice, how you want to complete. And whether you complete it in 2.5, 3, or 4, we have flexible class schedule, which again allows you to come for only 2 to 3 days in a week. Plus, we have scholarship with every program at Yorkville, every program, right? And then last but not the least, like our first point, no mathematics. So that's a relief.
That's, I think, 2 are the reliefs. One is no mathematics and second is the job assistance.
Absolutely.
They are the biggest relief for the Indian students, I believe.
Plus, I also would like to tell you, since I've mentioned that I represent Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. So from Delhi NCR, we get a lot of students for Toronto Film School, wherein we have programs like film production, acting for film, writing for film, video game design, animation, and graphic design. We have designed a program which is called dual degree program because Yorkville and Toronto Film School are same owners. It's a business school. Yes, it's a business school along with the film school. And in that dual degree program, what we say that if you have interest, for example, in film production, which is 18 months duration. So after completing that 18 months duration, as a pathway, you will complete BCA, that is Bachelor of Creative Arts at Yorkville. That is just 2 years of bachelor. So that means that 1.5 years of diploma leading to 2 years of bachelor, total duration 3.5 years. We give you a scholarship of 29,500 Canadian dollars.
Wow.
So that is highest. Yeah.
Wow.
Requirements remain the same, which I have told you.
Great. So I think with this, students are actually going to be informed, though I was informed because I was not informed about the associations of the Yorkville University so far. But I think the more we talk, the more we know.
Absolutely.
And we are for sure that the students are definitely going to be benefited with this chat session, because they will also be upgrading their information and knowledge with this. So Varun, you were supposed to share something. Just
a small calculation. A small calculation.
Yes, so sorry.
No problems.
Yeah.
So for that, you need to grab a pen and a paper.
Okay.
And if you can take one calculator.
Okay, let me be on with it. Yes, so I'm on with my writing pad here and the calculator.
Great.
As well. Yeah.
So my 4-year fees for BBA is 74,000 CAD. That's the round figure, 74 some change. So let's keep it 74,000.
Okay.
Now we offer scholarship, which is $10,000 minus $10,000.
Okay.
That comes to 64,000.
64,000 CAD.
Yes, CAD. Everything is in CAD. Now we say that you need to pay 15,000 CAD from India as your first year fees. And naturally, for an undergrad student, parents help, right? So let's minus that $15,000 from that amount, 64,000.
Okay.
That comes to 49,000, if I'm not wrong.
49,000, right.
So 49,000 is the amount that starting second year you have to pay term-wise, three months.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Now, in 1 year, how many weeks are there?
I think 12 into 4.
52?
52.
52. In 1 year, we have 52 weeks.
Right.
Let's suppose I am that student who want to study and work.
Just one sec. Just one sec. I'm so sorry for the interruption. Why don't we use the whiteboard here for a better clarity for the students?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. If you can just check, you have the access to write here.
No, I do. Wait. Okay, now I think I have it, but yeah, let's use the text.
Yeah.
It'll be a little challenge. Okay, so
if you want, I can do that for you.
74,000 CAD, right?
Right.
Then
so 4 years fees. Wait, let me type it for you. 4-year fee is 74,000, right?
74,000
CAD. Okay.
So are you typing in? I'm not able to see that. I can only see what I have typed in here.
Oh, wait. Again, do that because I could not see your screen.
Yeah, can you share it?
No, I'm waiting for you to share.
Okay. Can you see it?
Perfectly, yes.
Okay. So can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 years. We have 74,000,000 CAD.
Right.
Now, scholarship. We will minus that scholarship. That will be 10,000 CAD. Now it comes to 64,000 CAD. Again, minus 15,000 CAD, which is your first year fees from India.
Right.
It comes to 49,000 CAD, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, in 1 year, we have 52 weeks. So, for example, I am that student who want to, work and study. I decide to complete my bachelor's in 4 years because I will have ample of breaks to earn money. So, in 4 years, how many weeks? 209. Am I right?
Yeah.
209 weeks. 52 into 4. So I am enrolled in the university for 4 years for 209 weeks. Now, according to the rule, we can work part-time, that is 20 hours a week, right? 20 hours a week. If I want to 20 hours, that comes to how many? 41?
Let me just
You
do
have
that.
the calculator. Can you tell
Yeah,
me?
I'm just getting it for you. It's
4120?
into 41. 20.
No. 209 into 20.
4120. 209 into 20, right?
4120. Yeah, I was right. So these are my total hours wherein I will work part-time, that is 20 hours.
Right.
For 4 years, right? These are my total hours. What is the average wage rate there in Toronto or Vancouver?
That is?
Any idea? What is the average wage rate there in Toronto and Vancouver?
I think it's around 750 to 1,000.
So, no, per hour. So that will be
Acha,
per
hour.
hour
I'm
wage
not
rate
telling
is
you the per hour. I'm
approximately
telling you
as
the week.
yeah, 15. Yeah. No. That is $15. That is minimum. Usually students do get $16, but let's assume that as low as $15 I'm getting per hour.
Okay.
So that means my total hours were 4120 into 15. That comes to
into 15. It comes to 63900.
okay. So this is what I have earned in 4 years by just working part-time officially by the government, 20 hours a week, and on the as low as on the minimum wage rate, that is 15.
And I think एक काम हमें और करना चाहिए, हमें इसे CAD को INR में और कन्वर्ट कर लेना चाहिए.
Absolutely, that you can do. You have the calculator.
Because they will understand the CAD to INR language only. So it will be 39,46,405 as per current exchange value.
So guys, just imagine that, you're supposed to take out $49,000 starting second year, and you actually did 63,900. So technically, this fees, which is $64,000 after the bursary, $10,000, you are aiming this. And guys, just imagine, I have not included that full-time part in this. That is also there.
Which is the semester one, which is the off semester one.
Absolutely, where you're working additional 20 hours. So I have not included that. I have not included your GIC. I have not included because I know students do take it from 40 to 60 hours and do work on cash. I have not included that. So just imagine, that's why I said that this is one of the most affordable university wherein student I have seen, and this calculation is not my calculation. This came from a student who went there 3 years back when the first year fees was $20,000.
So that is basically a case study kind of data. So this is not just a hypothetical data. This is something which has a relevance of being experienced by a student.
Absolutely. That's what.
I think that is wonderful. And this detailed information even I wasn't having. I was just having a bare common information. But I think this session has really lightened a lot within me as well. And I'm sure that the students are definitely going to be benefited. And with this fact, I think student will have that openness to start applying to the university, especially the Yorkville University, because it has so much to promise and it has so much convincing ideas, right?
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Varun, for taking your additional and precious time for having a chat with us, and we'll definitely look forward to have an association.
Absolutely. No problems anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Varun. Thank you.